What's up, guys? Welcome to the live stream Q&A. What is it, Monday? It's Monday. And yeah, hopefully it's not too much echo. Let me know if you guys hear a lot of echo in the background. Kind of sitting in a new area, so we'll see what's up. But anyways, yeah, just going to get the screen up. We'll get going. Again, welcome to the live stream Q&A. Monday nights, usually Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, this can be saltwater related or just whatever questions you got. You can put them in the comment section, and I'll highlight them as we go through. But other than that, hopefully you guys had a good week. If you send me an email over the last 4 or 5 days and you haven't got anything back yet, I was out of town this weekend. I had some stuff going on. So finally got back and just getting back into swing of things. So what's up? Yeah, happy birthday to Lauren. She's on the phone right now anyways. But yeah, she might come in. Yeah, she's getting old, real old. But yeah, so hopefully everybody's doing well. Announcement wise, I don't really think I have anything. I was working on some Q&As earlier. I adjusted the price on the Lobos a little bit. I have turned down quite a few sales from that already, just because if you order it, I'm going to ask you about your tank most of the time, unless I recognize the name, whatever that is. I usually ask about your tank just to kind of get a better idea of it. And I had somebody who had a 30-gallon tank who ordered one, and I just gave him his money back. It's nothing personal. I don't want you to get set up for failure. So if you have at least a 40 plus or a 55 plus and you're interested in one of the Lobos, go ahead and check that out. But yeah, no nano tanks, please. I mean, I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything, but yeah, no nano tanks for that. Other than that, yeah, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in. We're going to hang out for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Nothing too crazy here. Again, let me know how the echo is. Andrea, do you hear anything crazy? Hello, 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 hello. Anything? No. But other than that, yeah, everything is doing pretty good. Weird random question here. Does anybody else have lantern flies? I know that they originated here in Pennsylvania, and they came over from China and they started here in Pennsylvania. I don't know if any other states have gotten them yet, but they're pretty awful. What's up, Brian? What's up? Carson's here. Yeah, I'm just starting to get stuff through. The echo isn't, but it's not awful. It echoes, but nothing awful. Okay, cool. All right. I'm going to put some paintings up in the back, or maybe something to kind of cut down on the echo. We'll see how that is. But horrible here in Hershey. Yeah. I just figured out what tree they actually feed on. My neighbor on the way out has that tree, and he actually has the whole underneath side of it in like this sticky brown tape. And there's like thousands and thousands of those lantern flies on there. They're crazy, man. They wiped out my garden. They took out all my cucumbers this year, and they're starting to eat the tomatoes. So yeah, they're pretty bad. I'm in Central Jersey, and my backyard is infested with them. Okay, so they're in Jersey already. Wow. But yeah, they're really bad here. My kids call them the bad bugs, and they go out of their way to get it. It's called a lantern fly, Carson. You can look it up. They originated here in Pennsylvania, but again, they came from China. Apparently, the stink bug came from there as well. But either way, they devastate crops, man. Somebody said they bite. I've never had one bite me before, but yeah, vinegar in a spray bottle kills them. I'll have to try that out. I just spray them in general. Who a mugshot? Yeah, but no. Oh, the tree. Let me look. Lantern. I know what it looks like. I don't remember the name of it. Lantern fly tree. Let me see what tree it is. Spotted lantern fly. It's called the Tree of Heaven. Here, I'll show you a picture of it. I know it's a little off topic here, but that's what these live streams are for. Yeah, so this is the tree, and my neighbor has one. Pretty common tree. And it's got these leaves here. You can definitely tell it apart. But yeah, the hole underneath the tree is just completely destroyed. But yeah, it's pretty sad, man. They're devastating everything. Yeah, so I basically won't be having an outdoor garden anytime soon, just because they've been destroying everything. So what's up, Missy? Hope you're doing well. I know you started your new business. Hopefully it's doing good. I'm looking kind of chunky today. I woke up at 216, and I got a fight in October at 195, so it looks like I'm going to be on a diet. But hate how they jump on your neck. Yeah, that's pretty freaky. Yeah, my kids they go nuts when they jump. Yeah, I'm not a fan of them, but Yeah, hopefully they come up with something to get rid of them. I was going to 3D print some kind of trap or something, but I didn't know if that was even going to be worth it, given how many they are. I guess you could just use a beetle trap or something, right? But yeah, they're pretty awful, man. Freak me out. You guys are freaking me out. I don't do bugs. Hey, well, they'll be in California at some point if they're not already there. But yeah, the lanternfly. Yeah, they have them posted all over about killing them if you see them. But other than that, let's see here. Let me see if I have anything else I wanted to show you guys. I should probably just keep a list of things. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh yeah, that's what I would say. Yeah, so the Facebook group. Somebody asked me about that. The Facebook group was down for like 5 or 6 months. It got like, it wasn't banned, but I was locked out of it for whatever reason, so I had to redo the account and get back in there, and then I just kind of refreshed and got rid of some of the spam. So hopefully we won't have any issues with that. So if you're on Facebook and you want to come ask questions and hang out, just look up Building a Successful Reef, and it should pop up there. You can come join that, or you can come over to the Discord, ask some questions. But if you have like more in-depth stuff that you can't fit either here in the comment section or in any one of those groups, you want to ask me personally, just email me at fishofhex@gmail.com, and then I will do a video on it. I'll probably start doing some of the videos in here just for the sake of getting out of the fish room. Bug assault rifle calling my name right now. Yeah, is that that's the one that shoots a little bit of salt, right? The little pump one. I think they sell them at Bass Pro Shop. Let's see here. What's up here? Let me go ahead and there's somebody who sent me an email to answer a question. Let me go ahead and do that while I'm waiting. Let's see here. Where is he at? Where is he at? Let's see. Like I said, I should probably get this stuff done earlier on. Yeah, this was sent 2 days ago. I'm quarantining all my fish, and I'm hoping to run a disease-free system. Do I need to quarantine coral for 76 days from you, or are you also running disease-free system? Okay, so it's not just me. I think in general you should. I don't know where you got the 76 days. Where's the 76 days come from? Is that like a copper kind of thing, or a it kind of thing? So when it comes to coral and controlling disease and parasites, if you don't know where the system, like unless you get it from a buddy, you know he doesn't have ick or anything like that, you should probably just stick with the 30 to 60-day quarantine when it comes to hey, what's up, Marcus? When it comes to quarantine coral, and that's not just for diseases and stuff like that. Most of the diseases that come in on coral are going to be in the water itself. So if you're like straining the water out, and then if you don't have any fish in there, you're not going to have to worry about the disease getting passed down anyways. They're gonna look for a host, and it's not going to be there. So I really wouldn't worry about fish diseases when it comes to coral. I mean, the chances are probably there a little bit that you might get ick or something, but they're going to be so slim. I'd be more focused on getting stuff like verminted snails, acropore-eating flatworms, nudibranchs, red bugs, any other flatworm, anything like that, spiders, all that kind of stuff. You're going to want to quarantine to make sure you don't have those. Those are going to be what you're focusing on when it comes to quarantine coral. Quarantine coral for fish diseases, I've never done it. I think just having it in a system in general for a period of time is going to alleviate that. I really wouldn't worry. I think who sent me that? Was it Thomas? I think it was Thomas. But yeah, so I really wouldn't worry about that too much. You mostly want to focus on like coral pests and stuff like that. So let me go and scroll down here. My 300-gallon almost to my house. No, it's getting real. No, only took almost 6 months. Oh wait, you got a new tank? Is that what you got going on? 300-gallon, 6 months. That sounds about right. I don't know who made it for you, Ryan. Marcus is here. What's up, dude? I haven't seen you in a little bit. I don't do bugs either. Yeah, I'm not a bug fan. Anyone ever dealt with the Aqueon 75-gallon tanks from Petco with the "Do Not Drill" sticker on the bottom glass? Does that mean the whole tank is tempered or the bottom panel? It's the bottom panel. With the Aqueons, it's usually the bottom panel in general. There is a way that you can tell. You can get I think you can get some special glasses or whatever. You can look at it, or there's some other method. I used to know it. I probably did a video at some point. It wouldn't be the first time I put a question in YouTube and found my own video. It's weird, but yeah. So it usually has to do with the bottom tank. Those Aqueons, I wouldn't think they would do Definitely not on the smaller ones. Sub 55 gallons, they're definitely not doing tempered all the way around. It's usually just the bottom. And most of the time, if there's a sticker on it, it's for that pane of glass. But yeah, you should be good. Let's see here. Glass Cages in Tennessee. Glass Cages make some pretty good stuff. I was looking at their tanks a while back before I got with custom aquariums. I like their stands and their canopies and stuff like that. I was really attracted to those. They have a 280 gallon that's really wide. I really like their tanks. I'll have to see what I'm going to go with for the next build. I'm pretty sure I'm going to stick with custom aquariums, but we'll see. I mean, I heard good things about them as well. Hey Travis, I added Larmark Angel to the tank. Are they known to eat corals? Some of my star polyps are acting funny. I don't know, man. Let's look that up. I'll look it up. I'll do some little mini research here for you. I've never seen that angel before, but I'll look it up real quick. Usually angels in general are not reef safe. I know there's a couple of them that are decent. Oh, I've seen this guy before. Oh, okay. Now that I see what he looks like, let's go ahead and see what they say here. Pretty decent price too. What size did you get? Did you say? Did you say how big he was? No, you didn't say. Whew. Prices of tanks, man. Nonsense. Even the smalls. It says diets omnivore. Reef compatible, yes, but to what extent? I mean, what do you mean by reef compatibility? Is it compatible with fish or is it compatible with? Okay, yeah, it just says fish. It doesn't say anything about coral. Let me see here. I'm looking up some more. Hot stock. Reef safe with caution means it's probably going to eat coral. And these angelfish are also unique in the way that they are reef safe and will not nip at soft or stony corals or invertebrates, making them a great choice. Well, you're saying that your stuff is so this website says no, the other website says yes, and you're saying that you're noticing some of your star polyps are funny. So I would say just keep an eye on them and see if he's just nipping and not actually tearing any chunks off, you should be okay. But yeah, I'm getting two different answers. One says yes, one says no. Most of the time, angelfish are not reef safe. Just most of the time. Solid choice, good work. I would like to see their tanks in person. Always heard good things. Yeah, I mean they look good online. I don't know what the price is though. What's the price compared to like custom aquariums? It's still a 6-month turnaround time, which is about the same for them as well. What's the best way to keep my elk stable? I got 78-gallon reef tank. Oh, it depends on what you got going in there, Jay or Zay. Are you growing coral? Are you just have a mixed reef? Do you have just fish? I mean, what do you got going on? And a little bit more information. If you have active consumption of coral or alkalinity on a daily basis with coral or coralline algae, then you're going to want to supplement with something like an ATO with Kalkwasser. You can do 2-part, which is super easy. I guess Alpha Reef is pretty good. And then if you got money and you want to mess around with it, calcium reactor is fine too. But just kind of depends on the system. Okay, you said mixed reef here. So yeah, I mean, if you're just starting out and you're learning how to, hey, see you later, Carson. If you're just learning how to supplement alkalinity and calcium to your tank, then go ahead and start with 2-part. 2-part is one of the things I started with. Originally, I did a few months of Kalkwasser, and I was like, well, the 125 required more than that. So you can go ahead and just do 2-part. Just get a basic pump with 2, or you can get a dosing pump with 3 pumps. Technically, you need to dose magnesium with it at some point, but you can do 2-part easy enough. That's not really an issue. BRS sells it in bulk for really cheap. And I think I got a couple of videos out there. Plus, there's plenty of other videos on how to set it up. But yeah, do that. Now, I will say you're going to want to start really slow when it comes to 2-part. Give it a chance to get in the tank and get the consumption going. It'll start to plateau a little bit, and then you can finely tune your daily amount. I recommend that you dose equal parts of calcium alkalinity to start with. If you haven't tried it, you can set it up that it dose based on what's needed. You can set all that stuff up. But the easiest thing is just to dose equal parts. Keep an eye, test daily for the first couple weeks, and then make sure you spread that dose out throughout the entire day. That's a good way to start. Hopefully that answers your question. Reef. can't remember who did it, but they called Aqueon and they said sometimes they will throw a tempered panel on the side or front or back if they have it laying around. Best to check. Yeah, so you'll have to look up the way to tell. I've always can always tell once you start drilling if it explodes, then it was tempered. Probably not the best way to learn, but I've done it a couple times, unfortunately. Their stands look awesome as well. They just didn't. They didn't want to pay. Just didn't want to pay. Yeah, the stands look really nice. Has anyone here tried the new mag test from Hannah? I have not. They have a new one? Like, haven't I been using mag test? Okay, no, I've been using I've been using the phosphate, reminds me of the Hannah color of the mag. I have not. If anybody has, let me know how it is. Polarized glasses, yep, and your phone screen. There you go. I gotta get going. See you later, Carson. I know you left already. Mixed Reef, got that already. How come do you film and take great pictures? Looks great. I don't know what you mean. How do I film and take great pictures of what? Of the tank? So what you have here is just an old video of the 300 back when I had coral in it. And I just use an orange filter over my cell phone. And I just go into manual mode and I just kind of set the balance, the white balance there. And that's basically what that is. I'm sure there's more you can do, but that's basically what I do for that. 3K for a tank stand, stand metal with 2700. Okay, I have a 96 30 25 and the coast to coast overflow black vinyl on the back, regular glass seamed guard arrow brace. That's for 3K with the stand. Damn, that's pretty dang good. That's wow. Okay, that's really good. Jeez. And that's what you said, 96 by 30. So it's the same thing I have, which is a little bit smaller than mine. Oh no, you said 96 by 30, so it's a little bit wider, but not as tall as mine. Mine's 24 wide by 32 high, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, just a little bit wider, a little bit shorter. Same tank though, same size. First time being here while live. I've been following you for a year. What's up, everyone? Hey, appreciate you, Greg. Yeah, appreciate you guys being here. Yeah, these 2700. No stand. It was 2700 for the stand. 3K for the tank. Oh, I was gonna say. Okay, I thought 27 was something else, like the type of metal or something. Okay, so 3K for the tank. Okay, metal stand was 2700. That's still not that bad. Realistically, that's still pretty good. I'll have to look back and see what I paid. I know that Custom Aquarium gave me a really good deal on mine for video wise and all that kind of stuff. So I know they hooked me up. Same with Geo's Reef, gave me a really good deal on the sump, calcium reactor, and the ATO. But yeah, I still haven't decided what I'm going to do for the new build yet. I know that obviously I'm going to do a bigger tank. I'm going to put the 300 up into the wall upstairs. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to do, and I probably won't know until I do move and kind of get a layout of what I want. I will say that I'm taking all the printers and getting more of them, and I'm putting them in a separate building. I'm also going to be introducing my own food, like own fish food line. So I need a separate area to make that, to get for regulations and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see. I'm just kind of waiting to see how this Lacey-Act thing takes off and or works out with the fish and the coral and all that kind of stuff. Because I'm gonna have to change some things up to be able to, still pay the bills. Unfortunately. How do I care for Polyspora? Okay, well, the same way you would care for pretty much any SPS. They don't really require a lot of light, so keep it around 250, 350 par-ish. Nothing crazy. Normal flow, nothing directly blasting them. You don't want the polyps to be retracted. So as long as it's fluffy and it's in a decent amount of light, and obviously you don't want to bottom your nutrients out. You don't want vice versa. You don't want to really high. Just normal water parameters. It's a pretty easy coral to take care of. And yeah, I mean, I don't want to make it too complicated, other than just make sure your tank is stable regarding, no extremes on anything. You don't want alkalinity fluctuations. You don't want to go from really high nutrients to really low nutrients. You don't want to be bouncing around on any water parameter when it comes to really any SPS. You should be fine. Where are you moving to? I don't really. Oh, I mean, I'm going to stay here in Dauphin County, for the boys. But I don't have a specific place yet. I'm kind of waiting. I'm going to get hooked back up with the Veterans United at the end of the year, probably beginning of next year. Just kind of see how the market is. Like I was going to pull the trigger on it in 2020, but a bunch of stuff went down and I wasn't able to do it. So just kind of finishing off a couple debts, nothing too crazy, and then I'll get back into it. I'm just kind of waiting to see how this Lacey Act thing works out because if half my business, if I'm not going to be able to sell coral throughout the entire United States, and I have to keep it local, so that means I can only ship within Pennsylvania, or people have to come to me to actually purchase it, then I'm not going to invest in having a 3,000 gallon system worth of coral. I mean, what would be the point of that just for local pickup stuff? So I kind of got to see what happens with that and then go from there and then build my system based off of that. But I definitely am looking forward to having my display tank, the 300, in my living area where I can finally enjoy it after all these years, and then put the bigger 1,000 downstairs with some tubs and all that stuff. I'm ready to enjoy the hobby again. So I'm looking forward to that. But again, I got to wait and see. What's going to go on with that. I don't see it passing. Let me see what she says here. I don't see it passing. USA is pushing hard to get it kicked out. Well, I hope they do, because like I said, that's half my business just gone. It's a big part of my business. It would be pretty brutal. The guy that ordered mine, he got an 8 foot by 4 foot by 40 inches. He got a great deal on it, $5K for the tank, but he orders just from them. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do for the tank. I know the new one's going to be 10 foot or 12 foot by 4 foot by 3 foot. So it's going to be a really big tank, peninsula style. But again, I got to see kind of what the layout's going to be. I'm trying to figure out how to expand the 3D printing. I am moving over to Prusa printers, so I'm going to keep the 22 enders that I have now, but I am transitioning over to a higher quality printer just because I don't want to deal with the downtime and the maintenance, and I want a little bit better quality than what I got now for the same price essentially than what I'm paying for my own custom built one. So yeah, so it's just going to take some time and see how things work out. But yeah, I got to get out of here. Just need more room. I want to be able to hunt on my own land, and I want the boys to be able to play outside without worrying about traffic. Move to Florida. We can be neighbors, and you can teach me your ways. Yeah, move to Florida. I'm not really a big fan of hurricanes, and I heard Florida is full of nutcases, so I guess I could fit in there. You still recommend about 5 ppm of nitrates? Yeah, 3 to 5 ppm is pretty common. If you're running more like a softy LPS tank, 5 to 6, maybe even 7 ppm is fine. I wouldn't go any higher than that. Yep. Good to hear you will start selling your food line. I've seen your videos and live streams of you making it. I can't stand making my own. Thought the regulations were a pain. Nutrients, ingredients, etc. Yeah, I would love to be able to make different forms of it and sell it in little chunks, blocks, or just ways that I can ship it. I got to figure that out as well. But yeah, I definitely am moving on to that. Of course, going to move on with the 3D printing, adding more things. There's a couple of different things I'm in the works of developing, and I wouldn't mind printing for other companies as well. Yeah, I was going to do like a soap line as well, like a men's soap line, kind of working on that. Just trying to put some feelers out there, backup plans just in case this does end up going through, which hopefully it doesn't, because, when half your business is taken away, when it's out of your control, you got to do something, right? You got to figure out something. I've talked about this before on the channel. Nothing's meant to last forever. So you kind of have to start setting some of these things up in place. These backup plans, these just in case kind of things. Yeah, I definitely got to get some different corals and some more coral variety. Just a lot of different things I want to do. But I will at some point. Old or not, I love the Gorgonian there. SPS fan myself, but one thing, adding movement is nice, and for that amount of flow, it holds its own. Yeah, that Gorgonian, it's growing out a little bit more now. I mean, it is something that I cut pretty consistently, and that's one thing about the new tank setup and having more, like kind of having my own areas. I can't wait to let some of these corals grow really, really big, and just enjoying them in their natural form without getting in there and chopping them up all the time. So yeah. Have you ever dealt with ick in your reef tank? If so, how do you manage it? Now, back in the day, I have. Back in like some of my earlier setups, I've dealt with it because I didn't quarantine my fish. Um, I haven't had that issue in quite a while, but the best way to deal with ick is to you can either there's two ways. You can either just leave it and let your fish have natural immunity to it and go on and kind of live their lives. A lot of people do that just because the alternative is to remove all the fish and quarantine them for what, 10 weeks, 11 weeks, something like that. And that alone, if you have a bunch of SPS or a bunch of coral in your tank, that can be really stressful and cause your corals to die off because there's not enough nutrients. It can cause a lot of issues, and some people would rather just let their fish naturally um, like develop a immunity to the egg parasite. But essentially, you want to remove the fish. You want the tank to go fallow for 10 to 12 weeks, which basically means no fish, no host. The parasite doesn't have an opportunity to grow because there's no host, and it just dies off on its own. Now, this works most of the time, but there is a chance, and it has happened before, that you can wait that whole time and then you put your fish back in, and the parasite is still in the water column. So it's not very often, but it is a possibility. And then, of course, during that whole time, you have to keep your fish in quarantine, keep them happy, stress free, all that kind of stuff. So it can be a pain in the butt, but that's what you want to do. But the best way to avoid it altogether is just quarantine your fish in the beginning, about 30 days, 4 to 6 weeks, and make sure you don't have the parasite, and you'll be good to go. So, do you sell potassium or have any recommendations? I do not sell potassium. I was working on that, but I stopped because I just got distracted with other things. And Brightwell sells a potassium. I've used it many, many times. It's pretty good. But I do sell nitrates and phosphates, and they're pretty potent too. What parameters do you recommend for keeping SPS, alkalinity, calcium, phosphates, mag, solidity? So when it comes to SPS, I told many people that the most important water parameter is going to be your alkalinity. It's not so much the number that you keep it at, it's how stable you keep it in that range. So I like to stay at between 9 to 9.5. Some people might be like 7.5 to 8 or 8 to 8.5. But it's basically how stable you can keep it there. So 9 to 9.5 is really where I like to be. Of course, that does change over time. If I don't have to try it working right now, so I'm not testing as often. So sometimes I get a little bit more of a fluctuation. That's okay as long as the fluctuation isn't drastic. So if you're not dropping from like 12 or say 11 to 9 in a day or so, as long as you're not getting big fluctuations like that, you're going to be fine. Now, when it comes to calcium, honestly, I haven't tested calcium in like a year, and then my Trident's been testing it, but that doesn't count. And I haven't really been. I haven't tested it by hand. I don't even know where my calcium test kit even is. The reason why I say that is because I dose with a calcium reactor, so it's always doing one part of calcium, one part of alkalinity, and it's dosing them equally. So as long as my alkalinity is stable, I could care less of what my calcium is really at, and that's how I pretty much always felt about it. Now, when it comes to phosphates, there is an appropriate range, like 0.07 to 0.15 is a pretty good range for me. Like 0.1 is pretty common for me. If you start getting up to like 0.2, 0.3, like those higher numbers, you're going to start getting cyanobacteria. If you start dropping below 0.07, you're going to start getting some paleness and some die off of skin. The skin on the SPS are going to start to flake off. So keeping it within that range, like 0.1 is pretty good. Mag, 1350 to 1450 is pretty average. I usually just keep it at 1400. And salinity, 1.026, but you can get away with 1.024 to 1.027. 1.025 is probably the most common, but I like to keep mine at 1.026. That's about it. Hopefully that was good for you. I still need a piece of that. That's what she said. An effective ick treatment I found was raising temperature gradually to 81 over a week and held it. Then 5 days, ick was gone. What, with no, like, did you take the fish out? What'd you do? If you just kept the fish in there, all the high temperature of the higher temperature is not killing off the ick. It's just speeding up the life cycle. So if the water's really cold, the ick parasite's going to take longer to go through its life cycle. Vice versa, if it's really high, you're just speeding it up. So I would say if you want to remove the fish, you don't have any coral, and you want to raise the temperature, you can speed up the life cycle, help kill it off faster. But I never knew of it actually going away 100% just by increasing the temperature. Yeah, so yeah, I run at 79. But yeah, look at this old video of the 40-gallon shallow reef. Then it grew out a little bit, and then I took it down. Oh man, look at all that. Back when I had a lot more coral and a tank full of coral. Jeez. Other than that, guys, if you have any more questions, feel free to put them in. We've been going for 30 minutes already. Damn. But yeah, so if the echo isn't too bad here, I'll keep making videos up here. I'll probably do some like Q&A stuff in here. I'm gonna put like a painting or something over here just to help get rid of some of the sound, maybe so it doesn't echo as much. Other than that, though, I'm gonna go down and finish a movie with Lauren. It is her birthday, so I should probably hang out with her, right? Should probably do that. But yeah, so I'm gonna get hopefully another video or two out this week, get some Q&A stuff. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comment section, or you can email me. And then how's the reboot of the 300 going? I'll answer that real quick. How is the reboot of the 300? It's going. It's growing pretty good. I'll do an update for you guys. Yeah, I mean, it's doing pretty good. Nothing too crazy. Corals are growing. I wouldn't say they're probably not growing as fast as they were before, just because I'm not micromanaging the tank. Like when I first started this tank, I was testing really, really often and keeping everything very precise with dosing and all that kind of stuff. Now I just kind of let it do its own thing. And yeah, so I'm not babying it as much as I do before, but the growth is still pretty good. What are the max par? What are the max par specs? I don't know. What's a max par? What are you talking about? Is that like a light? What are they talking about? I don't know what you're talking about there. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about on that one. You feel free to let me know before I let you go. Anyways, yeah, guys, that's about it. I'm gonna go down and watch some wrestling movie, like where this English family is like fighting with me or whatever. I've seen it before, but like they're like wrestlers and they're trying to be famous or something. So we're watching that. But other than that, guys, hopefully you guys have a good week. I will get some more content out, and wish me luck on losing all this weight for my next fight, because that shit's I gotta be 195, and right now I weigh 216. How is Big B doing? I'm getting one, but I'm doing fish only. She's doing pretty good. She's in the tub. She's doing real good, actually. Yeah, she's fat. She's a great fish. She lets the kids pet her now, which is really nice. The lights, yeah, I don't know the lights on that. I don't know those lights. Sorry about that, man. I wish I could give you the answer. Yeah, I've never used them before. But yeah, I'm done rambling, guys. I will see you later in the week with another video, and if not, I will see you Monday with another live stream. All right, peace.